What do Indra Nooyi, John L. Thornton, and Stephen Rockefeller have in common? They all attended the Yale School of Management and have gone on to create successful business enterprises. In today's video, I'll be discussing Yale's class profile and admissions requirements, but most importantly, I'll be giving you plenty of tips to help you get into Yale SOM. Hey guys, Nadine here with Inspira Futures, the admissions consulting firm dedicated to getting you accepted into your dream MBA program. To kick things off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're looking for some one-on-one help with your MBA application, then visit our site linked below to schedule your free consultation. Known for its prestige, global brand, and small class size, Yale SOM is constantly ranked as the top business schools in the US and the world. Each year, thousands of students compete for a place in Yale's 350-seat business class. By looking at the class profile information, admitted students have an average of 4.5 years of previous work experience. In terms of academics, Yale students are top performers. The class's average undergraduate GPA is 3.65 with a median GMAT score of 720. For the GRE, the median verbal and quant score is 164, quite a few points higher than other averages at top business schools. In terms of the most popular industry representations, 22% of the class come from financial service backgrounds, 19% from consulting, 11% from nonprofit, 10% from technology, and 8% from government sectors. So let's dive right into what you need to apply. The Yale School of Management application is composed of the following 11 items. I'll go through the specific requirements in each section and we'll give you some actionable tips on what you can do where applicable to ace each section. First is personal information. This section contains a series of short questions designed to understand your personal background as well as any opportunities that have shaped your academic, professional, and personal experiences. All questions within this section are optional. Next is test scores. Yale SOM accepts either the GMAT or GRE, and they have no preference between the two exams. They want applicants to know that test scores are important, but they're not everything. They state, MBA applicants tend to put a lot of emphasis on test scores, but remember, they are just one piece of a larger picture. They give us some sense of your level of preparation for the core curriculum, but we consider all parts of your application when evaluating your candidacy and long-term potential. Academic record. In addition to test scores, you'll have to submit your transcripts to prove your academic ability. It's important to note that your GPA does not define you here. Kate Botello, Associate Director of Admissions, states, "What is done. There isn't much you can do now to change your overall GPA from your undergraduate experience. However, it isn't about the overall number. As with your entire application, we are very interested in the story or the whole picture. What was the progression? Did you have any opportunity to take courses outside of your major? Were you working a job in undergrad to pay for your education?" There are so many factors that weigh into this picture. Next is your business resume. This should be a one-page professional resume that highlights your experience, backgrounds, and achievements. Here are some tips from Kristen Byers, Director of Community and Inclusion.
When describing your experiences, try to focus on achievements and the value that you add, rather than your regular and general job responsibility. Beginning bullets with strong action verbs such as led, created, can highlight the impact and results that you drove in each one of your roles.
Following that is the post-MBA interest section. As Kate says,
in this section, let us know the industry that is of greatest interest to you in the short term, meaning the first 3 years immediately after earning your MBA, and then in the long term. And then, briefly describe how you arrived at these interests and how you have positioned yourself, or will position yourself, to pursue them.
Letters of recommendation. As with most business schools, you'll have to submit 2 letters of recommendation, one of which should be from a current supervisor. Remember, you want to choose recommenders who know you very well and are able to provide insight into how your skills and achievements make you a suitable candidate for the Yale MBA program. Yale states, "We encourage you to reach out to your recommenders in advance and schedule some time to talk with them about your desire to earn an MBA. Maybe even reflect together on some of the growth experiences you've had and how you expect to add value to an MBA community. This can be great preparation for them to write you a thoughtful and comprehensive recommendation." Moving right along is the essay section. Yale School of Management has only one essay for you to address. Describe the biggest commitment you have ever made. Now, if you feel like this question is vague, you're spot on, and this was done on purpose. Yale doesn't want to steer you in any specific direction. Instead, they want to see what you will come up with. This question is, however, designed so admissions committees can understand your level of commitment in the past, which will help them understand how you approach commitment in the future. Of course, applying to and attending business school is a massive commitment. So in Yale's words, make sure that you don't just explain why a commitment is important to you. We want to understand how your behaviors have demonstrated and supported your commitment. There's also an optional essay which gives you the opportunity to answer any questions you feel the admissions committee may have about your application. Remember, this section truly is optional, so only add information here that is warranted, such as explaining a gap in your resume. Activities. In this section, you'll add in the most significant activities you've participated in outside of your school and employment. You can add 2 activities that took place during your undergrad studies and 2 activities that took place during your post-undergrad experiences. Jared Liu, Senior Director of Admissions, states,
"We suggest you focus on the activities or pursuits to which you've dedicated the greatest amount of time and energy. Conversely, you don't need to include 2 activities in each time frame. We're only looking for the pursuits that were truly meaningful to you."
Behavioral assessment. This is a relatively new piece of the admissions puzzle, which assesses applicants' interpersonal and intrapersonal competencies. It's an online assessment that will take approximately 20 minutes to complete and doesn't require any specific knowledge or background. Laurel Grodman, Managing Director of Admissions, says, "The behavioral assessment gives us an additional piece of information to use in assessing who will perform effectively in the curriculum, specifically by helping us predict who will perform better than their academic history would suggest. So it will allow us to take more chances on candidates without the strongest academic or testing profiles, but who nonetheless have what it takes to succeed in the classroom and who undoubtedly will make significant contributions to our community because of their experience and perspective." Now, the last component of the application process is the video interview questions. You'll receive these after you've sent in your application and have paid the fee. You'll receive 3 randomized questions that will be unique to each applicant, and you'll have 20 seconds to gather your thoughts and then 60 seconds to give your answer. Kristen Mercury, Deputy Director of Admissions, provides a few tips. You don't want to feel rushed in your answer, and you also don't want to only utilize 10 seconds. Next, practice using Skype so that you can be comfortable speaking to a computer camera, which can feel awkward for some. And finally, be sure you have a good internet connection and a quiet, private space. Don't forget, Yale has quite a small class size of around 350 students. This fosters a tight-knit community and truly intimate feel. So it's really important that your application emphasizes teamwork and cultural fit. Overall, what's going to make you stand out is going to be different compared to what makes another candidate stand out. What Yale says is most important is to remain your true self throughout the process, because what the admissions committee is looking to learn about you in your application is you. So you should focus less on what you think we want to hear and more on what you want to tell us as you prepare your application. Hopefully now you have a better idea of how you can gain acceptance at Yale School of Management. I hope you enjoyed this video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment with any questions that you might have. If you want to know how you can individualize yourself from the thousands of other applicants, then jump onto our website, linked in the description, so that you can schedule your free 30-minute consultation. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.